All right, Facebook. Let's go to work, guys. Namaste. God bless. How are all of you? Happy Monday. Better late than never. I took a long layover in between work and now. I needed some rest. But happy Monday, National Clean Out Your Computer Day. Oh, well, for you guys who like to store all that shit online, I mean, it's just junking up your computer. Kind of sounds like the mind, huh? And this show tonight is dedicated to all the souls that are just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And they want to become a better magnet in life and attract better for themselves. And I didn't know I was doing this. I was ignorant to the fact of what I was doing mentally was affecting my life on a physical plane. And it should really enlighten you, because a lot of us, this show caters to like the 35, 65. That's my core audience here. And by 35, you've basically done everything. You've been there, you've done that, had it, lost it, grew it, lost it again. And this is the inner voice that's calling you. It's saying, look, man, I want something different. I want to create a better attraction factor in my life. And Bob Proctor introduced this to me many moons ago, not on a personal level, but through his work. He was the start of my journey of understanding how the conscious and the subconscious and all these things come together and work in our lives that create our physical, hence reality, our tangible reality that we can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. And if you're in for a quick fix, turn off the show. It's not going to help you. But for those who are in for the long run, the long haul, the way of changing your life in the most beautiful and massive ways, I mean, that this show is for you. It's called Paradigm. And basically, Bob was called into a major insurance group many moons ago. I mean, several decades ago. And they wanted to know why the insurance salesmen were not making sales. They wanted to know why, even with all the intercompany training that they had, these guys were making their quota, but barely making it. They wanted to improve the efficiency and productivity of the staff. They brought Bob in, and he introduced them to a whole new kingdom, a realm of thinking. It's called a paradigm. And a paradigm is, simply put, not to get into any kind of esoteric verbiage here, paradigm is just your habitual way of thinking and the behaviors and that is associated with that. And all Bob did was just basically change how the salesmen were thinking of themselves and to draw that to the customer. And sales basically doubled. They went from millions to billions, literally. And several decades ago, billions was a huge jump. Now it's basically trillions. It's not even compatible. But what he did was help change the mind of a company's thought process and their ability to sell a product. Your life is the same way. You just got to take National Clean Out Your Computer Day and take it literally for yourself. You got to clean out the old computer. You got to clean out your old thought process. And a paradigm shift is what I want to present to you. But it sounds so kind of selfish. This all came about from, I saw a reel that Jerry Seinfeld was in, and he was quoting Marcus Aurelius, the Greek philosopher. He said, your only focus should be on getting better at what you're doing. Everything else is a complete waste of time. That sounds kind of selfish, huh? But when you really grasp what you're trying to do in life, all you're trying to do is improve yourself. And it's not selfish. It's if you're telling other people how to do it, which I stopped doing many moons ago because I would love to share this information once in my infancy when I was learning all this stuff. They're like, I don't understand it. I don't care. I'm like, what do you mean you don't care? That was being selfish. No, this is selfish. You're not telling others how to live. You're telling yourself how to live. And when you focus on just getting better at who you are in general, you become a better magnet. But to do that, you have to change a lot of the internal, the operation system on the inside. And I focused on several shows on this over the past couple of weeks on different facets of changing yourself. But paradigm is the setup for the quantum leap. Paradigm starts the process of changing all the atoms and the energy that we are embedded with to change the outcome in life. It's the inner core of our operating system. And Jim Rome said it best: if you will change, everything will change for you.
You've got mail.
That starts with the whole process. If you will change on the inside, you become a better magnet, and life will change for you on the outside. Think about these words. Reflection has two facets out of the quote box tonight. Reflection is the image given back to you by a surface, indeed, on the outside. But how you see yourself, in other words, what you see is what you get on the inside. That's the true reflection. That's why I call it an inner reflection or self-reflection. It's how you perceive life. To have the paradigm shift that you want, you have to change your perception about yourself, not about life. How you see life is how life is going to see you. So this is not some philosophical bantering going on here. This is true quantum mechanics in action, because once you change your belief system, you're changing how you feel. Therefore, you're affecting the atoms, the neurons, the protons, and all these things in your life that is going to change your outside world. So it's a deep reflection to change what the reflection you see in the mirror. What you see in the mirror is not necessarily what you get, but how you feel about it is what you get. And of course, the word paradigm, which is pattern. It's your habitual pattern of thinking every day. The paradigm shift is you just taking an assessment of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your habits every day and redesigning your life.
You've got mail.
When you redesign your life, besides getting notifications on my friggin' Facebook page, when you redesign your life, you become the architect. And I call that our inner constitution, per se, the preamble of what you're trying to create. You design your life, and you create some words on a piece of paper. It may sound so simple, but it's really powerful. And you look at that every day. You start thinking that, you start believing that, and you start invoking that in all you do in your life. One day you're going to wake up and say, wow, why is everything different? Because you changed, meatball. You changed your thought process. And for me, I didn't understand it. It was just a natural effect. I just kept installing all the wisdom. I was just a sponge of getting all the wisdom and knowledge. And from there, that naturally took shape in my life. You can go that route. I didn't care that it took 10 years of my life living in this cinder block fortress I called a home back then, but it was great because there isn't a day goes by that I don't read a book. I mean, literally, there isn't a day that doesn't go by that I have the privilege of putting 2 buds in my ear, going to work and learning something new. And watching how I naturally evolve, because I'm just surrounding myself with information that I like. That's a paradigm shift. It's you invoking the information that will naturally draw you and inspire you to be transformed in life. The peace, I can tell you, is utterly amazing. But you have to clean out your computer, man. You have to understand how the inner operating system works. And I mentioned before with quantum mechanics, a paradigm shift is you completely redesigning your life, looking at it every day or thinking about it every day, invoking it in all you do, and you're acting, you're being, and you're doing, and you're going to evolve into a better magnet, therefore attracting better. But it calls for you in this National Computer Clean-Out Day to get rid of the old files. That's the hardest part. We tell ourselves a story every day about where we've been. I love reflecting. I love reflecting on where I've been in life. I love the fact that I have lost so much. I love the fact that I've been hurt so many times, because it was a wake-up call. It was a wake-up call to saying, look, dude, you're just a crap magnet. You got to change. Because if you don't change, nothing will change. And this is why I wanted to get all the information. I was like, why am I attracting all this misery, all this lack, all this judgment in my life about who I was to other people when I really wasn't that. And when I realized that I had to focus on what Marcus Aurelius said, your only focus should be on getting better at what you're doing. I just changed the verbiage. Your only focus should be on getting better at what you're being. What you're being in life is what you're attracting. And how you're being is what you're seeing in life. So if you change your perspective on it, you change how you see the world is going to change how it reflects back to you in your experiences. That's a true paradigm shift. And by invoking that every day, like I said, I do it through just learning new stuff because it really inspires me to learn more about what's going on in here and how to operate it. I won't read a manual. I can't stand reading on a physical plane. I got to hear it to absorb it better. However you guys absorb it, what you're putting in between your left and right ear is your computer operating system. You can put in things that will help you, or you can put in things that will hurt you. You watch the news all day, you're hurting yourself. Information instead of, most people get inundated instead of getting informed. I just want to get inundated with knowledge to be better. And how do you find that? By looking at it, by understanding yourself, understanding your patterns of behavior. It's taking a mental assessment of understanding what you're doing is going to be where you're going. You don't need a psychic to tell you where you're going, meatball. Look at yourself every day in the mirror and what are you thinking about every day? How are you feeling every day? And you take an assessment on what you're doing there, that's your self-fulfilling prophecy. By changing your paradigm, you flip the switch to a different thought process. That in turn is going to turn you into a better magnet. You design your life on however way you look at it every day and those 5 senses attached to it. Life can only give you that. The universe guarantees you or your money back, per se. And I wrote these 2 words before I get into the actual meaning of paradigm. And I need you guys to really understand this. 2 things that don't lie about life. Simple philosophy from America's Mentor. You're a mirror and the universe. Your mirror of not what you're seeing on the outside, but how you see yourself on the inside. Most importantly, the universe, which is all within us, the God within us, is our creation machine. So what you're seeing about yourself and what you're feeling about yourself, you're attracting to yourself. That kind of philosophy and thought process in life should really give you a kick in the ass to understand, wait, if I'm not happy, what's going on in my life? What do I need to do? What do I need to focus on? What do I need to bring in my life that's going to make it for the better? That's the uniqueness of us. We all want something different. We all want to create something better for ourselves. And remember, it's not being selfish, because by you creating the best you're attracting the reflection of you. You're already doing it now. You're just doing it in ways that you don't like, but you don't understand why. Here's the reason. It's your thought process. It's how you see yourself, because how you see things is what you attract and how you attract things. And that kind of thought process alone is a life changer. That's what Bob Proctor did with all them salesmen from that large insurance group. He just changed their thought process to a bigger picture. Guys, you can't sell 50 accounts. You could do 1,000. He installed that belief system by consulting with these salesmen how to sell a product. Well, what I'm telling you is the same philosophy holds true for you. What you're selling the universe every day in life about you is just a reflection. So if you're not getting the money you want, you're selling shit. You're not giving the best you out there. And we all have that. We all have that ability to create basically any possibility, but we have to believe in it. So paradigm, let me just flip my screen here, because it's bright. They're wrinkles, man. No, I'm kidding. Paradigm is an amazing way for you guys to truly understand who you are. But you have to do the work, man. You got to do the work. You got to do the due diligence. You got to become your own lawyer, per se. Start speaking your own language. But listen to these. To change your paradigm, also known as a paradigm shift, I'm just rereading here. You need to actively challenge your existing beliefs. That's the hard thing for people. When they have to challenge what has been installed, National Cleanout Computer Day becomes very appetizing for a lot of people. You start realizing, wait, I was installed with some garbage. I need to reboot this file. It goes on to say, you need to actively challenge your existing beliefs and thought patterns. I mean, life, this is the beauty about life. It will change for you when you decide to change. How you're thinking, how you're feeling, how you're acting every day. But you have to understand what you're thinking about every day and your thought process behind it that's attracting what you don't want. This is what few people will do. That's why motivation and inspiration ain't going to do shit for you tonight on America's Mentor. It's true transformation. Because when you change the inside world, your body's going to start showing the effects from that. And I received the most beautiful compliments from people, on the outer appearance of me. And I'm grateful for that, because we're all pushing up in age, man. But your body responds to this. It really responds. Everything, you start changing your whole gene expression just by thinking differently. And you start attaching feelings to that, your body naturally evolves and redoes itself. You basically have a new body every 7 years, but you can change it for the better or you can change it for the worse. It goes on to say, as I digressed, as I always do with America's Mentor, actively challenge your existing beliefs and thought patterns by exposing yourself to new perspectives. What did I just say before? How you see things. It's how things are going to see you. Actively practice different behaviors. If you guys found the meaning of behaviors and followed that diligently in your life every day, this is not about willpower. We all have the power to do whatever we want, but it's a conscious choice to do it every day. That's the conditioning part. This is what people fail to realize. It's doing that, actively practicing different behaviors aligned, listen to that, aligned with your desired change. So basically what that told you was pick the life you want. Really. Design it, write it, think it, believe it, act it, jump in the pool, man. Not a toe in the pool. The whole thought process in the pool. And life can only give you that. That's the simplest form of paradigm shift. It's actively you redesigning your life, however way you want it to be, and following through on that every day. You can call that like an enhanced goal to like the third power. You just amplified your energy and you start living in that energy every day, and life can only give you more of that. And if you keep doing it, your body's going to start molding around that shit. It's going to start looking better. You're going to start feeling better. Most importantly, acting better. This is what I'm talking about. This is why my client, my crowd, or vibe tribe, as people call it, 35 to 65, because by 35, sadly, the hardware has become software. You've been installed with all the shit. You've experienced all the shit in life. You went through everything. You had it all. You lost it all, like I mentioned in the beginning. But now, you're not stuck with those beliefs. It's by choice. You're not stuck with those behavioral patterns. It's by choice. Because if you understand who you are and you really are not oblivious to what's going on in life, you can make any change you want on the inside. Start believing it, start amplifying your energy and understanding the law of attraction and how it works. Most importantly, the law of vibration, because, you start feeling better with your thoughts and emotions every day. Life is going to give you more of that. It's really simple, but I couldn't figure it out in the beginning. But understanding it is your paradigm shift, is your quantum leap, because now your body's responding. Your atoms are amplified. Your inner conscious state of mind is amplified. Everything is you basically plugged in to a stack of Marshalls on a stage of life, playing your best music, and life is going to give you more of that. So hopefully this helped, guys, as my voice is starting to crap out. I think probably been talking for too long. But guys, please, as Jerry Seinfeld was reiterating what Marcus Aurelius said, and this is not selfish. This is your life we're talking about. This is life or death, basically. Because if you're in a place where you're not happy and you've created a lot of shit in your life and shit keeps hitting the fan, it's because it's your way of thinking. You change your paradigm, you change how you think on the inside, you change your behavioral patterns, you're going to change your life immensely. And it starts going on to a quantum intangible level from that. Realize it. I'll read the quote one more time. I'll let you guys go. Your only focus should be on getting better at what you're doing. Everything else is a complete waste of time. Indeed, it's not selfish. It's you understanding yourself, facing the world, balls to the wall every day, understanding yourself and your patterns as a whole, and just redesigning a life and living by that. And life is going to give it to you guys. So happy Monday to you, America's Mentor _radio on Instagram. Please, guys, please follow me on YouTube. Much love for the Jackson views on the YouTube shorts. I found how to do that every day on the easiest level, and I'm so grateful for all the new followers on YouTube, guys. That's hashtag America's Mentor. Please follow me, Jerry Maldonado Chew, for unique information to help you to your destination. Guys, I hope this helped. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. It's you making the conscious choice to implement it. Happy Monday to you guys. I'll see you guys soon, man.